Hello and welcome to today's Words of Encouragement video. I hope this video finds you well. Today I want to share a story of triumph I read this week that inspired me. It's about someone's worst night and their best day and how they were only 24 hours apart. On May 28, 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary set up camp for the last time, he hoped. You see, a year earlier, Edmund and 15 other men had tried to climb Mount Everest for the first time and failed. He was lucky to not be one more person who had died trying to conquer the mountain. With determination and a guide, Edmund hiked over many days to reach 25,800 feet of elevation where he set up his tent. He and his hiking partner made all their preparations to summit the mountain the next day in complete darkness. That night was the darkest, loneliest night of Edmund's life. The temperature was well below zero. The wind shook the tent all night long. Edmund's guide later told people that it sounded like 1,000 roaring tigers. They each worried that the tent might rip in half. Edmund's air mattress actually deflated because it was too cold and his hip froze to the ground. In order to survive and preserve his brain cells, Edmund had to sleep with an oxygen mask. It was the worst night's sleep he had ever had, and it was the night before the biggest, hardest climb of his life. To make it worse, Edmund said that he felt like evil spirits had entered his mind. He kept hearing over and over again that he would not make it up the mountain, that he should turn around. He felt like there was a war going on inside of his mind. But after the darkest, loneliest, worst night, the sun came out, and he and his guide, Tenzing, started up the mountain. Edmund had to shake the fear and the doubt from his mind as he put one step in front of the next. On May 29, 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary would become the first person in known history to climb and summit Mount Everest. As he stood on the mountain, looking down, he recounted later that he remembered thinking to himself that he had not conquered the mountain, but rather he had conquered himself. Edmund would go on to build a hospital, several schools, an airfield, and a clinic at the base of Mount Everest to help those that lived in the region and those that would come to climb in the region. As a big thank you, Edmund even helped rebuild the locals' Buddhist monastery. In his older years, he told people that helping people in that region and overcoming his own fears and doubts meant more to him than actually climbing Mount Everest. So, I don't know where you find yourself out today. Maybe you feel like you're living in the dark, or maybe your electricity's been turned off, or you are out on the street and you're actually living in the dark. Maybe you're full of fear and full of doubt. I just wanted to share this story because sometimes after the darkest nights of life come the greatest days of life. Sometimes after the troubles and the trials come the triumphs. And maybe you feel like your life has become one giant Mount Everest of troubles, or perhaps you don't feel prepared to adequately conquer your life or your life goals. Wherever you find yourself at today, I just wanted to come on and remind you not to give up, that somehow life can get better. So keep going, keep trying, keep believing, and just know that the darkest nights in life come before the brightest days of life. But you have to keep going, and you have to know that you can do hard things. Hey, I just wanted to come on here and remind you that you are amazing, and to keep climbing your own personal mountains. I want to thank you for being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.